Hello, it's Juliana and I am bringing you into my bedroom because this is part 2 of Soul Room. And the reason that I look at your bedroom as your soul room is because in your bedroom there are lots and lots of little indicators, much the same as honestly all around your house, on the way it is that you live. Now I'm picking on my partner as part of this because what I want you to understand is I want you to understand that the way that you lay out the things that you own within your intimate environment is literally a tap into the way you think and the way you feel. So let's get straight into this and have a look at my wardrobe. So as you can see, I've got all the different clothing and you'll see that they're all lined up quite specifically where I've got all the jumpers and the long, sort of things that I wear and goes through to the pants, and then I've got the skirts in colours, and then I've got the long dresses and the short dresses. And if you come over and then we have a look at my shoes, what I do is I put all the high heels on one and the high heel sandals on another and the espadrilles on another one, and then my little sandals I wear are down here. Now the reason I'm showing you this is because when you are someone who has everything colour-coded and in order, you're someone who really likes to be able to be controlled and confident and comfortable in what your environment is. You're someone who likes to work to specifics and you like to know exactly how things are managed. And that pretty much describes me. When you're someone who has thrown everything, and everything is thrown everywhere and all around, then quite often what you'll find, as we look up into the top part of my partner's wardrobe, you can see that we've just got jumpers and jeans and t-shirts, and there's underwear down there, and we have everything thrown everywhere, including, in case we need it, the extra bag on the floor of God only knows what. What that usually is a brain who is on the run. So basically they learn on the run, they learn practically, they're moving. So when you're someone who has everything organised and tidy, it is because you literally want to have everything organised and tidy around you. And when you're with someone who has bits and pieces of what they're doing all over the place, what you'll find with that is that, again, they are people that are physical learners and they're moving all the time. Now, I also want you to be aware that what happens in your bedroom is it's also a really good clear indicator of exactly what goes on within your mental life and what I consider to be your masculine feminine life. Now, what I mean by that is it doesn't matter whether you're a heterosexual or a gay couple, there is always one of you who'll be a slightly more dominant force of nature than the other, and that's actually natural. It doesn't mean that you're being controlled or dominated, it just means that one of you is a little bit more outstanding with the way that they impact than the other one is. And your dressing tables are usually a good example of this. Have a look at this one. Okay. So if we step back and just have a look, and you'll see that we've got bits of work stuff on the table, my bangles on the table, perfume, a mouse, headbands, jewellery. Essentially, we've got crap on this table. Now, traditionally what would happen on this table is that there would not be a lot of this mess that's around here. And when I say around here, I specifically mean around this area here, which is my partner's aftershaves, deodorants, and things out of his wallets. When you have a look, and even this is his, and that's his, and the mouse is his, the watch. And then you have what is, for me, the feminine part, which is all the part I'm involved in, and that's the perfumes and the little baby photos and things. What you need to be careful of when you have a table where a lot of the stuff starts to evolve and eclipse and come over onto you is that whoever has the majority of the stuff on the table and they start sprinkling it all through the other person's stuff, they are usually the one who has a tendency to try to put forward or dominate what's going on, all right? And the thing is that if it's very big pieces, okay, and it's really scattered through the stuff, they're very loud and outspoken. When it's little clusters, okay, when it's literally like the odd watch here, the odd ring here, the odd thing out of a wallet here, what that means is that they just very subtly and gently start to try to negotiate and take over positions. So when you look at your dressing table, have a look at whose stuff is where and have a look at whose is the dominant stuff, because that will really let you know not only who is messier, but also who it is having the majority say or need or situation going on around them, that they're actually externally expressing that. Then when you have a look at something like a bed, okay, normally my bed is impeccably made. Why? Because I don't like mess, but my partner actually thrives in a little bit of that chaos. But when you have a look at the way a bed is made, and I've seen beds in homes that, you know, have the most amazing array of pillows all over them and all that sort of stuff. The thing is about a bed, when you see one that's really, really fluffy and it's got lots and lots of bits and pieces, often what you'll find is that the person is very concerned about how everything has to be controlled and it has to be deliberate. You know, it needs to be very luxurious and it needs to have its severe points of contact because it makes them feel empowered and controlled and financial and comfortable. When you get a bed where everything's just thrown together and generally speaking it's the one colour, what that usually means is that the bed is all about just being comfortable, servicing sleep, and it's not really necessarily an expression of their intimate life, which is pretty much true like with my bed. So what it means is that usually the plainer the sheets, the less interesting the bed actually appears. Interestingly enough, there's more romance and there's more intimacy because they don't restrict it to the communication in the bedroom, but they actually flow it out into everywhere else. Now I hear you asking me, how does this link in within your spiritual development, that I'm calling this your spirit room? Well, the reason that I'm calling it your spirit room is pretty simple. And that is because when you have a good look at the way your intimate bedroom is actually set up, and I'm going to take a nice seat on my bed here, what actually happens is that the bedroom itself is a part of your expression. Internally, depending on what you have out in your bedroom, is what you're allowing people to see of you. Okay, so if you have lots and lots of things out, you're someone who likes to share who you are, express who you are, allow people to be part of that. If you're someone who doesn't have a lot out and you just pretty much have the bare essentials, the 2 lamps, you know, one on each of the tables, the basics, a few bits of perfume or a few bits of aftershave, then what you are is someone who loves to thrive on functionality. You like to know how things work, again, be comfortable, be relaxed, and you don't like clutter because clutter actually takes it away from your brain space. So you like to have things clean and uncluttered because it adds a value. Now, how this is interesting for me from a soul perspective is that for you to be able to tap into your guides, to allow your mind to actually relax and be comfortable and be content, you actually need to make sure that you literally have a clean bedroom, a clean space in there to be able to relax and to be able to meditate and be able to breathe, because otherwise you can't allow your mind and your heart and your soul and your physical body to slow down so that you can really encompass your own growth and development. Okay? So have a look at your wardrobe, make sure it's clean, it's organized, it's got a great function to it. Make sure that your bedroom is minimum fuss if you really want to have some good growth, because that way when you come in, you just chill. You're not worried about tidying, you're not worried about organizing. You literally can just sit there and relax and meditate and allow that development to move forward. So next week, we're looking at soul food. What does the kitchen, what you cook, and even if you spend time in the kitchen, say about you and your development? I'll see you next week. Bye.